Hi friends, Chitra here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn the option strategies. So there are n number of strategies in the market. So why we need to learn or why we are using strategies in trading? Because there is a risk in the market. There is a risk in our trading. Okay. So in order to minimize the risk, we cannot avoid the risk, but in order to minimize the risk, we need to use the strategies or we need to learn how to use these particular strategies. Okay. And in trading, risk management is very important. So whatever the business we do, we need to plan how to execute the business successfully. Now the risk will come to the picture. That is, when the plan goes against us, in that case, the risk will come into the picture. All right. So as we are discussing about the risk varies between the trader to trader. So as an individual trader, it is very important to know what is our risk and it cannot be compared with others. Hence, the risk management is very important. So along with the risk management, the position sizing also very important. So when we speak about the position sizing, the quantity what we trade based upon the capital. So position sizing is the process of determining how much of your capital you will allocate to each trade based on your risk tolerance, trading strategy and market condition. So it depends upon each individual. We cannot compare that with others. So as a trader, you should know your stop loss. That is, when you enter into the trade, you should know your target and your stop loss. So as a trader, you should always respect your stop losses. That is where the risk management comes into the picture. Now, how to mitigate the risk? That is, how to reduce your risk. We need to follow the few strategies. That is, when we follow this strategy, the loss or profit is minimal or it is defined. Okay, here there is an example like how the trader A and trader B initiates the trade. Both of them initiates the trade. Okay, both went to a long position. That is, they entered the long on option at 100 rupees. Same here, trader B also initiate the long on option at 100 rupees. But the risk is different. For the trader A, the risk is 15%. For the trader B, the risk is 5%. Okay. So in this case, if the option comes down by 90 rupees, that is from 100 rupees, they have entered into the long trade, but trade is coming in the opposite direction, that is going in the opposite direction, that is comes down by 90, and in that case, he will be holding the trade, that is trader A will still hold the trade. And after that, it will go to the target, that is reverse to 150. But in this case, trader A will be in profit. Okay. But in the case of trader B, his risk is only 5%. So if the price comes to 90 rupees, before that itself, he will be exiting the trade. He will be out of the trade. If the price is at 95 rupees, he will be out of the trade because its risk is only 5%. And after that, what happened? After hitting his SL, the target got achieved. That is reversed to 150. Okay, but in the other scenario, if the option comes and comes down and drop to 80 rupees, in that case, trader A's stop loss also got hit. After that, there is a chance for the price to go to 150 also, but it depends upon the person to person. In the same way, the trader B also, if the option drops to 80 rupees, he also will be in out of the trade when the price is at 95 rupees. In this example, when you look into the scenario number 4, trader A is in profit, but the trader B is in a loss. Why? Because the trader A's risk management, that is risk is 15%, but for the trader B, the risk is 5%. So he's in a loss in this particular trade when the option price dropped down to 90 rupees. Okay, but when you look into the scenario number 5, the option price drops to 80 rupees. So in this case, both the trader A and the trader B are in loss. But when you look into the loss, that is trader A and trader B's loss, that is he will be in more loss. Trader A will be in a more loss because his risk is 15%. Trader B's risk is 5%. Okay, so that's why in trading, the risk management varies from person to person. Now we can see how the trader will initiate a trade based on the market sentiment. Say for example, if the market sentiment for the particular trader is bullish, that is he is thinking that the price will go up. So what are the two things? What are the things that he can do in an option? So he can either go for a long call, that is he can buy a call, or he can sell a put. Okay. Otherwise, if the sentiment is bearish, for the other trader, his sentiment is bearish to the market. So what can he do? He can buy a put, that is long on put. He can buy a put, else he can short the call. He can sell the call. So these are the two things we can do when the market sentiment is bullish and bearish. In case if we are thinking, or as a trader we are thinking that there is no movement in the market is going to be sideways. In that case also, buyers will not make money, but sellers, no, they will get the premium decay. So they can go for a selling opportunities, selling the call or selling the put. In that case, they will get the premium decay. So the neutral view. Okay. In an option buying, the maximum risk is the premium what we pay. Okay. But in option selling, the risk is undefined. Hence, in order to mitigate this, we implement the different strategies. Till now we have learned what are the risk management and what is position sizing and why should we use the strategies in the trading. So we can use the option for buying, selling as well as for the hedging. So if you do buying and selling, the risk is more when we compare to the hedging. Hedging, the risk and the profit also minimal. So trading strategies using the options. The most common trading strategies using the options include spreads, straddles and strangles. So we'll see in detail how each of these strategies will work. Now we can see what is called spreads in detail. So spreads involve combining the options on the same underlying of the same time but with the different strikes and maturities. That is call or put we can select. These are limited profit and limited loss positions because here we are buying and selling at the same time. That is called spreads. They are primarily classified, that is categorized into three sections. What are those? They are vertical spreads, horizontal spreads and diagonal spreads. So how these spreads we can do? That is how can we do the vertical spread and how can we do the horizontal spread and the diagonal spreads. So what is the spreads means? That it's a combination of the options on the same underlying. That is it should be the same underlying stock and of the same type but with different strike. The strike price will be different. If you are using the Nifty or if you are doing the spreads with the Nifty 21,500 and we can use 21,600 or 22,500. That is a different strikes and different maturities. Okay, that can be of the different maturities. All right. Now we can see what is called the vertical spread. So vertical spreads are created by using the options having the same expiry date but different strike price. The strike price can be different but it should be of the same expiry week. That is weekly expiry if you are taking, it should be of the same weekly or the monthly expiry. Okay. Further, these can be created either using the calls as combination or puts as combination. Okay, they can be further classified as in that spread, that is vertical spread, that is of two types, that is bullish vertical spread and bearish vertical spread. So how this is doing, that is bullish vertical spread using the calls and puts, same wise bearish vertical spread also using the calls and puts. Under the spreads, the next one is horizontal spread. Horizontal spread involves the same strike, same type, but different expiry options. Here we have to use of the same strike price. That is, if you are using the Nifty 21,500 call, you have to use the PE also the same, but it is of the different expiry options. This is known as time spread or we can call it as calendar spread. So horizontal spread is also called as calendar spread. The rationale for the horizontal spread is that these two options would have different time values. And the trader believes that difference between the time value would shrink or widen. Okay, this is especially a bet on the narrowing or widening of the difference in the premium of two options. Next is the diagonal spread. So before we have seen what is called the vertical and the horizontal spread. So diagonal spreads involve the combination of the options having the same underlying but the different expiries as well as the different strikes. Okay, again, as the two legs in the spread are in the different maturities, it is not possible to draw payoffs here as well. Okay, these are much more complicated in nature and in the execution. In the upcoming video, we will see how can we use these strategies using the payoff charts. Hope this video is useful to you. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Click the bell icon too for my upcoming video notifications. Thank you for watching.